Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of my podcast, Don't Rush Me by me, Rush Me. Today, we speak about the filtered 40s. In your 40s, you start filtering your time and energy because you understand that you don't have too much of either of these things. I'm in my late 40s, and I realize that there's still so much that I'd like to do, so many things that I would like to learn, so many things that I would like to see, so many things that I would like to experience. That on my daily life, in my daily basis, I have to be careful and mindful of the time and energy that I spend. Like everything in our life, it's all between your personal life and your professional life. In my personal life, I have fortunately never held any prisoners. I've always had people who match my vibe. I've always really got close to people who I feel had some qualities that I look out for in myself. So, most people who surround me today are intelligent, are somebody who you can hold a conversation with, are people who have different ideas, different things that they can discuss. They are beyond the normal things of roti, kapda, makan, in terms of, roti in terms of what you eat, where you stay, what you wear. So the monetary things or the financial things are not what we discussed. They're all well to do, and God bless them. May they always be very well to do. And that really takes our conversation to a different level. We speak about different things in life, of what we've learned, of the different stages that our children are in, and what's there in the future. So it's really a very good place to be in my personal life. And today, fortunately, I have got that in my professional life too, but that's come very late to me. Because in my professional life, I have not been very mindful of my time and energy. I remember once one of the bosses that I had said, "Don't use your brain." I'm somebody who actually doesn't think too much before she goes ahead or she speaks or she does something. I'm more about the heart. What I feel is what I do. So for me to even understand that statement took me almost a week. And I said, why did he say that I should not use my brain? Because we all have targets, we all have deliverables. We all know that if a company gives you X amount of money, you have to earn back 6X. It's understood. Today, as a business person myself, I have those targets for my teams too. We understand all that, and I was achieving that. So, what was I not really doing? I didn't understand that. But being the person that I was, for a very long time in my life, I always felt everything was my fault. So what I did is I did an amazing event for them where I not only gave back my salary to that company, I gave them some credibility, I gave them some profits. Why did I need to do that? Here was a person who was covertly abusive. So the abuser was not straight up there, not saying that you were not doing your job or you were not doing something, but they were covertly trying to pressurize you and do things, which would be a common pattern in my professional life as I went ahead. This also happened in another job where the bosses said, "We fought for your promotion." Who really fights for it? Come to think of it, a promotion is only given to you if you're good enough. And if everybody agrees, you have to go to the next step. Nobody can really fight for you and take you there. You have to be good, you have to have delivered. Promotions are not given just to placate people or to keep them happy. And if you have to placate and keep them happy, that means they are important. So that happened. And it happened in various stages of my career where people would start saying that, this is how it is, this is how it should be, you've not done this and you've not done that. If they had said it openly, clearly, practically, showing clear things, it would have been easy. But it's never been straightforward. It's always been covertly, it's always been in terms of a pressure where I have always felt, yes, it is my fault. So I'll make things proper and then I will leave. Leave, I would. Professionally, I would always do that. But I would make things properly and do. Why? Why? I mean, I literally didn't owe that to anybody. But you did that because somewhere it's conditioned, somewhere it is there that something could be wrong with you. You are made to feel wrong. Always take a step back and analyze that. Truly, I'm not saying that you could never be wrong. There are times that when we are wrong, and we have to accept that, and we have to work on that. And I'm personally a person who works on all the areas that anybody highlights to me. But not everything that people highlight is to be worked on. Not everything they show to be your fault is your fault. This understanding comes when you're in your 40s. You start filtering. I remember an ex colleague saying that, "I wish my daughter was not like you because she's an Aquarius like me." At that moment, I didn't understand what that meant, as always. And after a week of feeling it, I said, "Oh, that's really sad. Why would she not want her child to be like me?" Whereas today, I have that understanding that nobody should be like me because nobody is like the other person. We're all very unique. There are no two people who are alike. There are people that we connect with who have certain traits that we understand, we believe in, we connect. That's how you connect. But otherwise, there's nobody like you. We are all individualistic. So today, if that statement was made to me, I wish my daughter is not like you, I would have actually turned back and said, I wish she's not like you or your husband either, because we're all individuals and we're all supposed to be individualistic. So why would one want to be like the other? So there have been many instances in my professional life where I have not been mindful of my time, of my energy, not understood what I bring to the table, what is that I have to offer, and which is why I think there was a lot of energy that went out of my life. I was tired, I was unsure, I was underconfident, to where I am today, where I'm absolutely sure of what I bring to the table. I know, who the people in my professional circuit are, who are those true supporters of me and who I support back to. Really know the ones who are just giving you lip service, who are just there because they are not people who will really take a stand anyways. They've not taken a stand in their own life, so why would they take a stand in your life? They've not. And it's clear and it's very calming, and you know how to proceed in your professional life. Like I said, in my personal life, I've been far more discerning. I've been mindful of who I call a friend. I definitely reach out. I definitely see if there is a connection. But if I feel once, twice, thrice, if I feel there's nothing coming from that end, I'm very okay to let that go, because I'm very clear that in my personal life it has to be all about positive energy. It has to be about that phase where it's just about growth. There are so many things that I would like to do. With my son moving into independent living, with us going to be empty nesters, there are so many things that we'd like to explore, so many things that we'd like to discover, so many things that I would like to upskill myself on. So, in all of that gamut, I don't think personally I can have anybody in my close friends or in my close family uh, that really are all about sucking the energy out. Can't happen that. And somehow in your 40s, you become unapologetic for who you are. It's taken me a long time to just accept that this is who I am. I'm somebody who's extremely loyal. I'm somebody who will be extremely there. But no, I'm not going to go and prove that to every person every time. I'm not going to exhibit that. This is who I am. I need my space. I need my time. I'm extremely hardworking. I'm extremely honest. And yes, I live on Pluto. I come back to Earth as and when it is required. And this is who I am. So if you can take the whole aspect of me not being as social, I'm an omnivore. Because of my profession, because of what I love to do, I'm there as an extrovert. It takes a lot of my energy. Then I have to become that introvert and recoup my things. In fact, even today when I go out into public places, it completely takes my energy off. And that's why I need to be very careful where I go, who I meet, because for me, it's all about energy. And I really cannot go out for one day of being an extrovert and spend the next 5 days recovering. I'm almost like Killian Murphy, very good with my craft, but extremely bored to go out there and prove it time and again. Uh, and you understand that about yourself. People who love you, who get you, they understand that about yourself, and it becomes a very comfortable relationship. And when you're at work, also, you realize that you have certain skills. That's why you've been around for 20 plus years in your career. You wouldn't have been around otherwise. So you know what you bring to the table, and you know how much value you add. And wherever that you are throughout, you're just going to be unapologetic of who you are, and not in a rude manner, not in an entitled manner. Because no matter which stage of life you are in, it will always be cool to be somebody who has humility, somebody who is hardworking, and somebody who has integrity. So, honesty, hard work, and humility will never go out of style. But that doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover. That doesn't mean that you have to believe in others' narratives of you. So, you have to start filtering. You have to start filtering Do I want to even respond to this? Do I want to even get engaged with this? Because even without all of that, life is so full. You start taking care of things that really, really matter to you. Your health, for example, you realize that if you're not going to take care of it, it's really going to hit you worse in your 50s and 60s. So you're mindful of getting that half an hour, 45 minutes of exercise, of walk, of swimming, of whatever that you like. You're very conscious of that. You're very conscious that you have your meals on time. Whatever you like, again, whether you like Indian, Mediterranean, Chinese, whatever that is. But how do you take your meal on time? That you have 2 liters of water every day. Sounds very basic, but it's something that becomes really, really important in your 40s. You're mindful of taking your sleep. And with all of this, you're mindful of who you surround yourself with. You're also very spiritual at this age. So you tend to find meaning, tend to find what is happening. More inward looking than outward looking. You're far less judgmental. It doesn't really bother you what A, B, C does because you're just focused on does this make sense to where I'm going in my life? Can I walk this journey with this person? Can I understand what they support, the causes? You also understand that certain people, even the ones closest to you, sometimes will not do or say the right thing or what you assume to be right or what you hope to be right because, well, they're also human. So out of 10, 7 times they are good, 3 times you really understand it. You, in fact, also become more understanding of yourself. You start forgiving yourself. You start being more kind to yourself. You understand the journey that you've been. You come to your own. And for women at this stage, when you're also very fast, really fast moving towards your menopause, and when you're in your perimenopause, your body is undergoing so much changes. You're trying to figure out that, you're trying to figure out why you feel so hot no matter what, why you're having this brain fog, and why different things are happening. You start acknowledging all that. So, in all of this, there really isn't that much time and energy left to really spend on people, on things, on comments, on issues that have really no impact in your life. You just have to sit and you have to think that who are the people. Like I said, professionally, you'll have to meet 10,000 people, you'll have to interact with them, you'll have to get work, and you'll have to see which of them really mean business. If they don't mean business, at least can they be good people who you can be in touch with? If they are neither of those, just eliminate them completely, move on. Your friend circle becomes really small. I have like 8 really very, very close friends, all of them so wonderful, so unique in their own. And I know, and though I don't speak to them regularly, I just know they're there. And I know that I'll be there for them, and I know they'll be there for me. And that's just a very warm feeling. Similarly, my close friends and my close family and my close extended family, which is there within the extended family, also I have a few people who I really genuinely like. I think they're so positive, they're so full of warmth. You have that. And in your professional life and your personal life, you understand that time and energy is just this much. You've got so much to do. Uh, if you're going to really spend and expand yourself everywhere and give your time to everything and every one out there, you're not going to have enough to pour into yourself. And if you can't pour into yourself, you're not going to be able to pour outside. And you just will be gloriously yourself, not in a rude fashion, not in an entitled fashion, not in a fashion like, oh, this is what I am, I don't care what the rest of the world says. It just doesn't matter what the rest of the world says. It's not about caring or not caring. You're on your journey and you know that you have to catch up on a lot. Uh, and as you're doing that, like I said, women are also running towards their menopause. So there's that feeling. I've also seen men who start feeling the age really catching up with them. So there's that, and your children are now grown up. There's going to be an empty nest soon. My son is moving towards independent living, so that's going to happen. There's so many things that are happening at one given point that you just filter out what is noise. You just filter out. Not everything requires your reaction. Not everything certainly does not require your action. You just figure out how much you can do, keeping yourself happy, keeping those in your immediate surroundings happy, and just being a nice person overall, being kind to everybody, being giving to everybody, because you're in that stage of your life where you want to give more than receive, because you've been so lucky to receive so much so far. You just want to give. So your 40s are just your magnificently filtering age. And I wish everybody in your 40s to know that this is not your decline. This is when you have a complete rebirth, when you really become yourself beautifully. And I look forward personally to my 50s, 60s, 70s, and God willing, 80s. To see what else is there, what other part of my personality can I explore. The world to explore is such a large place, and I look forward to exploring that. But your 40s really is about filtering and about just a complete rebirth. And that is what I wish for everybody in their 40s to know. So, in my next episode, because I'm like I said, I'm in my late 40s, we'll have to figure out 50, 60 some other time. But the next episodes that I'd really like to focus on is the profession of PR, which is not just a profession for me, it's a way of life. So we'll have some episodes on PR. So if you have any comments, any suggestions on how I should do that, please let me know. But until then, please like, subscribe, comment, and share this channel and this episode. Thank you so much for your time.